students, welcome back to the online classes. I hope you all are safe and healthy. Today we are going to continue with the same chapter, that is physical quantities and measurement. I hope whatever I have explained last time, it is very much clear to everyone. Today we are going to start with a very fresh topic, that is measuring volume of liquid. As we know, the volume of a liquid can be measured by using measuring containers. Conical containers are used to measure the capacities of liquids such as kerosene and lubricants. Liquids such as milk and cooking oil are measured using metal cups. For laboratory's purpose, cylindrical containers made up of glass or plastic with graduated markings are used. Have you ever noticed that when you pour a liquid into a measuring cylinder, a curve is seen on the surface of the liquid? What is it called? Let us see what is it called. Over here I have taken two conical flasks or a container. In the first conical container I have filled it with the water, and in the second conical container I have filled it with a mercury. Now you can see the layer that is being formed over here in both the containers or conical flask, that is called meniscus. But you can notice that over here both are having a different shape. Why it is? Because it is a concave meniscus and it is a convex meniscus. I hope it is clear to everyone. Let us start with another topic, that is volume of irregular shaped solids, that is a displacement method. Let us perform an activity over here so that it is pretty much clear to you. You can notice two flasks over here. In the first flask there is 60 ml of water. So let us see. Take 60 ml of water in a beaker and note the initial volume of the liquid. Over here there is a 60 ml of water in the first beaker. So the initial volume of the liquid is 60 ml. So initial volume, that is V1 is equal to 60 ml. After that, submerge the irregular object and note the final volume. What is an irregular object? Over here I have taken a piece of stone and I have tied up with a thread. When I am going to immerse the stone, definitely you are going to notice that the level of the water will rise up. After that, you have to find out the final volume of that second beaker. Over here the final volume V2 is equal to 100 ml. Now I have to find out the volume of a stone. So how I am going to find out? Now find the difference between the initial volume and final volume. So we are going to find out the difference between initial and final volume. Initial volume is V1 and final volume is V2. So therefore volume displaced is equal to V2 minus V1. What is V2? 100 ml. And what is V1? 60 ml. We are going to subtract it. It will come 40 ml. Therefore volume of rock displayed is equal to 40 ml. I hope it is clear to everyone. Let us start with another topic, that is measurement of area. As we are talking about area, first of all we should know what is area. I know most of you know what is area, so let us revise it again. The amount of surface covered by a closed shape is called its area or surface area. The more the surface covered by the object, the more will be its surface area. Let us take an example. If I am taking a scale and if I am taking a cap of a pen, which one is going to cover more area? Definitely scale. So the surface area of scale is more as compared to the surface area of a pen cap. Now let us talk about the unit of smaller objects and bigger objects. Therefore, area of a smaller object is measured in centimeter square, and the area of larger object is measured in kilometer squares or hectare. Let us see another topic, that is area of regular shape. Area of a regular shape objects can be determined by first finding the dimension, that is length, breadth, height and radius. Over here we are going to take an approx value, that is 3.4 pi, the value of pi 3.4 or 22 upon 7. It will be pi. The value of pi is 3.4 or 22 upon 7. Now let us take an example of a square. If I have to find out the area of a square, what is the formula? Side into side is equal to side square. When it comes to rectangle, the area of a rectangle is length into breadth. Over here, square is like this. Rectangle, side into side. Rectangle, length into breadth. Triangle, half into base into height. And circle of radius is equal to pi into radius square is equal to pi r square. Easily you can find out the area of a regular shape object if you know the dimensions of that figure. I hope it is clear to everyone. Let us see some conversion of units which is very much important related to this chapter. So let us see. 1 centimeter square is equal to 1 upon 100 meter into 1 upon 100 meter. Since 1 centimeter is equal to 1 upon 100 meter, so over here 1 centimeter square is given. So 1 upon 100 meter into 1 upon 100 meter is equal to 1 upon 10,000 meter square, or 1 centimeter square is equal to 0.0001 meter square. Let us come to another one. Since 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter, so over here 1 kilometer square is given. So 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter into 1000 meter, that is 1 tens 100 1000 10,000 lakh 10 lakh 10 lakh meter square, or 1 kilometer square is equal to 10 to the power 6 meter square. Next is 1 hectare. 1 hectare is equal to 10,000 meter square. I hope it is clear to everyone, and I want you to go through the conversion because it is very much important according to the examination. It can come in examination. Let us come to another topic, that is area of irregular objects. Over here I have taken a leaf and I have to find out the area of this leaf. So to calculate the area of irregular shape like a leaf, a centimeter grid is used. What is this centimeter? Have you seen a graph sheet? Over there you have to trace it. Used with squares of side 1 centimeter square. Every grid is of 1 centimeter square. It is as a shape of a square. So the bigger unit is 1 centimeter square. First of all, we are going to trace the leaf on a graph paper with the help of a pencil as shown in the figure. As we observe, some squares are completely covered. Some of the squares are completely covered. On the graph paper. Now mark and count the squares that are completely covered. Similarly, we are going to mark and count the number of squares that are half or more than half covered, and we are going to ignore the squares that are less than half covered. Over here I have written the numbers so that it cannot be complicated. So the number of squares, full squares over here is 45. Number of half or more than half square is 5 plus 18, that is 23. And we are going to ignore the squares which is less than half. So when I am going to find out the approx area of the leaf, there is a formula. Number of full squares into 1 centimeter square plus number of half squares plus 1 by 2 into 23 into 1 centimeter square. So you can see 45 into 1 centimeter is equal to 45 centimeter plus 11.5 centimeter is equal to 56.5 centimeter square. That is the approx area of a leaf. I hope this is clear to everyone. Next time when I am going to come, I am going to start with another topic. Till then, be safe. Goodbye.